Uh-oh. She's coming over. You coming up? Whoa, 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 whoa. There he is. The topic is text. How we can be fooled by text. Oh, man. There he is. Tearing everything up. Tearing everything up, man. Off the subject here. Show him what's happening, you know what I mean? There you go. Turn it around. All right, so I don't know. I don't know who certain people are. If their name is a woman's name, we subscribe to them, and if we like them, we like them. But I don't know if someone's a woman if they've never said it. But if they have a name that says a woman's name, doesn't mean they're a woman. They could be. But if I've never seen or heard them ever, whoa, don't bite her. Get. Then I don't know who they are. And it's the same way with this here. So I'm glad you brought up the subject. So this book here, this is the Bible. This is a Bible. Not the Bible. I don't have the only one. There we have a Bible. It's very beaten up. I've used it a lot over the years. And underlined things like some, people do. So, anyway, we don't know who wrote this. And we all have different reasons for why it was written. And just like anything else with text, if they want you to read it, they're going to put good stuff in there. And there's going to be bad stuff. So, what should you believe out of that book? How should you, as they say, apply it to your life? Like you would anything else that you learn from. If it works for you, you apply it to your life. It seems like wise things, and you would use it or adopt the ideas. But to say that God wrote that, to say that only good men wrote this, when obviously these were leaders. Because that's what they did when they started churches. They led people. Paul twisted what we learned of Jesus. Paul twisted Jesus' stuff and Paul said that it was his gospel now. Paul was going by his gospel, how he saw Christianity or teachings of Christ according to he had a vision that Jesus showed him. Why do I get so passionate about this? Or bothered by this? Because I lived it for 40 plus years trying to figure out the right way to please God through the eternal maze of reading this. And if the tablets, if God wrote the tablets of his word on your heart, why write such a confusing book that divided everybody into denominations and other religious groups on their own? You could keep making more and more denominations. It's because everybody thinks they're right about things that they comprehend, that they read. They comprehend it different. Sin for one man is not from another. If you see it to be sin to you, then it is sin. But another man can do these things. Blah, blah, blah. It's called common sense. You do what works for you. Don't be a prick and stuff like that. If you are, it's try to be less of a prick. Anyway, we don't know people. This is YouTube is show and tell for adults. We have this. Most humans have a need for social. Can I say socialism? A need to socialize. So that's why. The heck is he doing? That's why we do YouTube because we need to socialize, and some of the things we say are important, but we'd probably be nuts if we weren't able to do what we do here on YouTube. This is part of expressing ourselves. He's running around like a madman over there. So, anyway, there you are, listening again. Only one listens. Are you listening? No, you're not listening. You're just in a trance. All right. So, unless I spend a few times fishing with somebody, pulling the boats out onto the hiking trips, fishing for a day and another day, driving up there. Until then, can I get to know somebody? To fish with me is to know me, I guess. You know what I mean? To fish with me is to know me. To pick weeds and mushrooms with me is to know me. The heck was that? Mr. Boy, oh boy, is running around like a nut, isn't he? Whoa, 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 whoa! It's a giant tail, man. So, yeah, there we have it. Don't trust text because it's the best place to hide is text. Hidden in the pages of scriptures. That's why you're all messed up. Anybody who's following a book of books. And they're on, why don't you just put yourself in the stories of Leviticus and ask yourself, would you take your family to Moses' church to slaughter animals and sacrifice animals? And don't give me that. Well, it all points to Christ, to the cross. It all points to the cross, to Christ. They didn't know anything about. Why do you keep calling Jesus' last name Christ? Jesus Christ. His name was not Christ. You're just crunchy, crispy, cream puff Christians out there. Crunchy Christian, cream puff Christians. That's why you're stuck in this indoctrination. They got you in the pickle jars of indoctrination. These are all one-eyed farmers. But you know, these are the same people that tell you have to get a shot. They're the same ones that said you got to go to the Levitical services, bring the certain animals to kill, and the priest is going to do this and that to them. He's going to make you the serum, the special formula, the vaccine you need with the blood. And you have to do this blood. And he's going to shake the blood on you because they didn't have needles back then. So they arranged all the animal parts in a particular scientific way. And they put oil on them so that they would burn in front of you and scare you. Yeah, they made a big, strange barbecue, popping flames coming off the body parts. And they took the blood, the priest did, the Dr. Tony Elf of that time, and they shook the blood on the animal parts as it burned. And then the half a bowl that was left, they shook it on the congregation. Yes, your whole family, whoever was there, whether it be just men or not, it doesn't matter. The whole congregation, whoever you are, your families, whoever's there. You can let the priest shake blood all over your family and wearing your Sunday bests, whatever they wore back then. And it's going to dry all for you because it was pointing to Jesus. No, these people were nuts. And today is the candy-coated blood guilt cult. Candy-coated blood guilt cult. That's what Christianity is today, and it's so confusing. Everybody believes in different candy-coateds. You know, some want sprinkles on theirs, like some want coconut flakes on their Christianity. Some want theirs cream-filled. They're the crunchy, crispy, cream-filled Christians. And you have all kinds. And then when something bad happens, they blame Satan. And if you want to, if it's something good, you can say it's an act of God. God's will. But it took a while, but God's will. You go on, you keep twisting it any way you want. When it comes to the end, what's going on here, text has fooled you, played your mind. You've believed the scriptures, the one-eyed farmer scriptures. That they just repeatedly do to this day. So the same people that you say you're still worshiping them, waiting for Jesus. You're sitting doing nothing while the one-eyed farmers, the same people today, the elites wrote this stuff back then. These were the elites of their time. And you're following the same kind of people today. I don't get it. But that's because you can't see. It's all one-eyed farmer scriptures. They always mix things you want to hear in, don't they? They did that with the stuff throughout the thing we went into through here. They told you scary things about the you know what, why you needed to get the you know what. And that's the same thing religion does. It takes your soul, your own, what's on your heart, and it puts a new script on for you to follow. It gives you new script, yours. It takes yours away. Anyway, that's what text does. So if someone's name happens to be Susan something or other, doesn't mean she's a girl. Could be a guy. You don't know any of the names of these people in these books. You can only assume. And you know what that does. Assuming. Assumed and consumed by the one-eyed farmers. Pickle jar. Gotta go.